As we discussed earlier on, one of the primary goals in plant systematics or in phylogeny is to determine the evolutionary relationships of the plants. So again, here I want to give one example from the angiosperms on how classical scientists try to differentiate evolutionary trees in angiosperms and to study their historical evolution based on the systematics of the plants. So basically, they want to understand which plants or plant groups develop first in the phylogenetic trees. Okay, most of the times, the key areas always observed by the Cladis or evolution taxonomies are through the flower development. Okay, floral evolutionary trends mostly emphasized on the reduction in number or part of the flower, either is fused, a specialized floral part, or changing in the symmetry. So in most cases, the rates of evolution may be different for each plant structure, and some parts may be more specialized than the other parts. In general, the difference between the primitive and advanced angiosperms are listed here. So these are, if you look at the stem, the primitive usually have woody plants, we have no vessels, vascular bundles arranged in cylinder, whereas the advanced angiosperm are the climbers, the herbs, and with vascular bundles scattered all around. In terms of stipule, they have the primitive have presence of stipule, but advanced they have axon. Of course, when you look at the flowers, bisexual compared to unisexual are more advanced compared to bisexuals are the primitive structure. Again, if you look at the fruits, the aggregates are the primitive, unless the achens, the nut, they are the advanced. And in terms of chemical, the primitive one has a presence of flavonol, but in the advanced we have the flavone. Okay, these are some evolutionary structures or evolutionary trends in angiosperms. So these are not only but not limited to. Okay, it's not so it can we can have more. So the debate on the different scholars that presented their own characteristics to differentiate on how to characterize advanced and primitive structure in plants. You can have more details. You can read their studies. They have this is kind of like an old studies, early 900 of study. So this I just give you the three examples. So between the Smith, Bessie, and also the Angler. So for instance, the Smith here, he listed the characteristics that differentiate the primitive and advanced angiosperms. If you can look here, so the primitive basically this tropical plants is more primitive than the temperate. The woody is more primitive than the herbs. The presence of basil is the characteristics of advanced angiosperm. Include the annual also, and annual biennial is more advanced. It's an advanced characteristic of perennial. Of course, they say the aquatic is advanced from the land, so on and so forth. So you can look at these characteristics, and these are more characteristics that are listed. Okay, of course they have different types of flowers. Solitary flower is more primitive than the inflorescence. Hermaphrodite flowers are more primitive than unisexual flowers, so on and so forth. Pollination, one of the things that pollination by insects is a primitive compared to pollination by winds. So this is some of the main characteristics that I always discuss. You can pause uh, between these two characteristics that listed by Smith. Okay, uh, to show the characteristics that to find to differentiate of the evolutionary trends in angiosperms, because this is based on Smith. Of course, when you look at Bessie, this is earlier than Smith. They basic characterize the phylogeny based on these assumptions. Okay, so again, the tree and shrubs, the herbs and climbers between the perennial and biennial. So almost not not much difference between what the listed by Smith. Okay, again you can pause and then look and then try to look at what the differentiation between the two between Smith and Bessey. However, the most debated one is between the Bessey systems and also the Engler. This is one another taxonomist that try to differentiate. So uh, so they develop their own system that characterize the evolutionary trends in angiosperm. So Engler is kind of like different with Bessey. Here is this example of the arrangement of some plant families according to Bessey and Engler systems. So the most distinctive here, if you can look here, is Bessey systems. Bessey system consider monocotyledon are more advanced than the dicotyledon. But in Engler, they said a monocotyledon is more primitive than the dicotyledon. They have a different disagreement on to characterize the primitive and advanced plants. Of course, more example here, more comparison here. So Engler, when you talk about primitive flowers, Engler says that epithelial and unisexual are the primitive, but Bessey says no, the free and bisexual flowers are the primitive, similar to pollination. Primitive one is wind for Engler, but like we discussed before, Bessie said that insects are the most the flowers that use insects to pollinate are the primitive one. So you can look at the comparison between the two. But again, the philosophy here, simple flower is more primitive based on Engler, but for Bessey, flowers with many flower parts are more primitive. So the debates here are quite interesting to study. Basically, if you look at the differences, why they said that the simple flower, Engler said the simple flower is more primitive. They said that when you have the advanced, when you have a more complicated structure, which means that they are more uh, advanced. However, Bessey is kind of like contradict with that, saying that the complexity in the plants when they start to reduce the complexity, which means that the plants has already evolved, so they can have a simpler way to to survive in the more advanced generations. So which means that if you have the complex study, which means that they need plants, they need insects, they need they need other organisms to pollinate, which means that they are depending on others. So which means in terms of evolutionary, according to Bessey, so if you have these characteristics, you are more prone to disappear or to become how to say pupus, I forget in the English word. So which means that, so that's the reason why Bessey put the more complex characteristics as a primitive characteristics. So this is especially, of course, this is a debatable. And if you are interested in this kind of discussion, you can read this article. I already posted in the Spectrum. You can read this article on how these two scientists developed their system based on the numerical analysis. Of course, in general, the main in general, the classification of Bessey and Engler here, okay, were compared using the Wyckoff-Esmental and Loponti-Legendre consensus test. So even if the real differences were noted, but the content of groups in the ordinal level here was not statistically different. The main difference basically lies more in the hierarchical topological structure of their classifications. So basically, Bessey's classification does not fully represent an expression of a theory of evolution, but Engler and Bessey appear to have used sequences of taxa to reflect their morphological progressions. So, of course, the origin and early evolution of angiosperms are enigmas that have intrigued botanists for well over a century. And yet, with the development of DNA and molecular technology, the phylogenetic study on plant systems will be continuously explored to find and understand the origin of plant species.